riding through Burnham Market in North Norfolk. There's Burnham Market's brick buttressed church on the left. This is the largest of the Burnhams, a group of villages near the North Norfolk Coast, close to the mouth of the River Burn. It's a pretty village, with open green surrounded by characterful flint cottages. This charming village is extremely popular with holidaymakers and second homeowners, hence its alternative name, Chelsea-on-Sea. I'm here on my Royal Enfield on a motorcycle tour of round-towered churches in Norfolk. Round towers were an architectural feature originating in Saxon times and located almost exclusively in Norfolk and Suffolk. By some quirk of history, the church of nearby Burnham Norton is much closer to Burnham Market than it is to its own village. It is the Burnham Norton church that I'm here to see. Here it is, on the left. This is the most beautiful of the 6 surviving medieval Burnham churches, both in terms of its setting and its structure. The position is superb, on a hilltop half a mile north of the town of Burnham Market and half a mile south of the sea. There is the round tower. William Nelson was rector here at the time of his brother Horatio's death. Their father was also a rector here. Burnham Norton is the smallest of all the Burnhams. How did they ever fill this huge church? Look at the flint work in this tower and the rest of the church, come to think of it. Countless numbers of flints unearthed from the chalk by the parishioners. And the large windows, and the high clerestorid nave. Presumably there was wool money involved here. The tower might have Saxon origins, but the rest of the church is 13th, 14th and 15th century. The oldest feature inside is a Norman font. It is square, supported on a large central stem with 4 slender corner columns. Between the chancel and the nave is a badly defaced medieval rood screen. The painted panels were almost completely obliterated during the Reformation, leading us to guess at what they depicted. real treasure of St Margaret's Church is the wonderfully decorated hexagonal wine glass pulpit, which was, unlike the rood screen, somehow passed over by the Reformation. It might have been considered too beautiful to destroy, even for the iconoclasts. The painted panels are so richly coloured and in such good condition that the pulpit has been called the finest medieval example in England. Above are the remains of pre-Reformation wall paintings. And beside the pulpit are the remains of the medieval rood stair. The stairway to the loft that was above the rood screen. Left of the north door is a communion bread or wafer oven with its chimney ascending through the wall. What a wonderful church. I had read of another medieval masterpiece in Burnham Norton associated with the religious order of Carmelites. I was nearby, so I rode over to see it. And what a glorious day for riding a motorcycle. There it is, the Carmelite Friary Gate. There's a village infant school opposite. You can hear the kids in the background. During the Third Crusade, a group of hermits began to inhabit the caves of Mount Carmel in the Holy Land. This was around 1200, and the hermits became known as the Carmelites. As the Crusader Christian rule ebbed away in the Holy Land, Carmelites began to resettle all over Europe as friars, and some of them found themselves here in North Norfolk. You might just see the boundary wall of the friary in the distance. Across the field there. In 1538, the friary was finally shut down in the suppression of the monasteries and friaries by Henry VIII. 14th century gatehouse to the Carmelite Friary is a reminder of the Carmelites' presence and is considered to be one of the finest to survive in the country. So now it's on to the final round tower of my tour at Balmer. For now, I'm done.